T was the winter of 2016. A group of 4 college friends from Delhi decided to spend the weekend at an old farmhouse outside the city. Their names were Rohan, Aman, Kavya, and Neha. The farmhouse belonged to Rohan's uncle.
Feeling.
It had been empty for years after a strange incident happened there. But Rohan never believed in ghosts.
Yeah, this is creepy.
Ghosts don't exist.
See?
He laughed as they entered the dusty house.
It
The place was
feels
silent,
wrong.
too silent.
You're just being
Broken furniture
paranoid.
covered with white sheets. Cracked walls and a strange smell in the air. Outside, the wind was blowing through the trees, making the branches scrape against the windows. That night, after dinner, Aman pulled something out of his backpack, a Ouija board. Neha's face turned pale. "Are you serious?" she asked. Aman grinned.
Alright, let's see
"I
who we
bought
can
it from
talk
an
to
antique
tonight."
shop in Old Delhi.
This is so
The
cool.
owner
I'm
said
ready.
it belonged to
I
a
don't
haunted
know,
house.
It feels wrong.
Kavya nervously laughed. "Stop
We need
joking,
to
throw
throw
that
this
thing away."
thing away right
but Rohan
now.
was curious. Let's try
let's
it.
just see
It's just
what
a game.
happens.
They placed the board on the old wooden table in the living room. A single candle was burning in the middle. The electricity had gone out because of the storm outside. Thunder echoed in the distance. Aman placed a planchette in the center of the board. "Everyone placed 2 fingers on it," he said. Reluctantly, they all did. Aman spoke slowly.
Is there
any spirit here with us? For a few seconds,
Please,
nothing happened.
give us
The
a
room was
sign.
completely silent. Then suddenly, the candle flame flickered violently. The planchette moved slightly. Neha quickly pulled her hand back. "Someone is pushing you." "I'm not," Aman said. "Neither am I," Kavya whispered. The planchette slowly moved across the board. Y-E-S. The temperature in the room suddenly dropped. Neha hugged herself. "Okay, that's enough. Let's stop." But Aman continued. "What is your name?" The
Is
planchette moved
anyone
again.
there?
S, R,
What?
Sara, Rowan repeated. "Who are you?" The board went silent. Then the
Is-
planchette began
is
moving
someone
faster.
here?
H, E,
Help
L,
us.
P. Kavya's voice trembled. "Help? From what?" Suddenly, a loud bang came from upstairs. All 4 of them jumped. The candle almost went out. "Did you hear that?" Neha whispered. Another
you
bang
hear that?
echoed from above. It sounded like someone was walking, but they were the only ones in the house. Aman tried to laugh nervously. Probably rats.
Don't go up.
But then the Ouija board moved again. D, O, N, T, G, O,
Don't
U,
go up.
P. Don't go up? Rohan read. Now, even he looked nervous. Just then, footsteps were clearly heard on the wooden floor above them. Slow, heavy, dragging footsteps. Kavya grabbed Neha's arm. "Someone is upstairs."
Did you hear that?
But the door was locked. Aman said. Rowan grabbed a
Getting the
flashlight.
light.
"I'll check." "No!" Neha cried. But Rowan and Aman had already started walking toward the staircase. The old wooden steps creaked under their weight. Every step felt colder. When they reached the 2nd floor, the hallway was completely dark. Their flashlight flickered. At the end of the corridor was a single closed door. The footsteps stopped behind it. Rowan slowly walked toward the door. His hand trembled as he pushed it open. The room was empty. Broken bed, dusty floor,
This
and a
room
large
is
mirror on the
really
wall.
dusty and
See?
old.
Nothing.
Look at the broken
Aman
bed
said,
and these
But
cracks.
suddenly, the
Whoa,
mirror
what was that
cracked.
sound?
A long, thin crack appeared across the glass. Then another, and another from inside the mirror. A faint whisper echoed, "Leave." Rohan's flashlight went out. The room fell into total darkness. They heard a woman crying. Soft, painful sobbing. Aman
We have
grabbed
to
Rohan's
leave.
arm. "Let's go back." They ran downstairs. But when they entered the living room, Kavya and Neha were gone. The Ouija board was still on the table, but the planchette was moving by itself, slowly spelling words. W, H, Y, D, I, D, Y, O, U, O, P, E, N, T, H, E, D, O, O, R. Rohan's heart started racing. "Where are the girls?" he shouted.
What was that?
Suddenly, Neha screamed from the kitchen. They ran inside. Neha was crying and pointing at the wall. Written in black, sit with words. She is here. Who? Aman asked. Just then the kitchen door slammed shut. The lights started flickering. And behind them, a shadow appeared on the wall. A tall woman with long, messy hair. But when they turned around, no one was there. Then the Ouija board in the living room crashed onto the floor. The planchette shot across the room, and a voice whispered in Neha's ear, "I waited so long." Neha screamed. Suddenly, Kavya walked into the room, but something was wrong. Her head was tilted. Her eyes were completely black. "Kavya," Rohan whispered. She slowly smiled and spoke in a deep, distorted voice. "You opened the door, so now someone must stay." The room temperature dropped to freezing. The windows burst open. Wind blew violently inside the house. The Ouija board pieces lifted into the air and crashed against the wall. Kavya slowly walked toward them, but her feet were not touching the floor. Aman grabbed a chair and threw it. Kavya stopped, but she kept coming. Then suddenly she collapsed on the floor. The wind stopped instantly. Silence returned. Kavya woke up confused. What happened? No one answered. They immediately left the farmhouse and drove back to the city. None of them spoke about that night again. But the story doesn't end there. 3 days later, Aman received a message from an unknown number. It was a picture of the Ouija board lying on the farmhouse floor, and the planchette pointing to one word, return. Below it, another message appeared. The door is still open, and since that night, every full moon, someone knocks on Rowan's bedroom door at exactly 3 a.m. When he opens it, no one is there, but on the floor, there's always a small wooden planchette, slowly pointing toward him. Ghost,